All right, Shalom, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahushai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahushai, Brakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash, Shalom La Ha Bayath Madawada, Shanya Kobad La Zakwanyam Nawa, Waha Shalayak Nawa, God Wala Rekab. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, the true teachers of Israel today who've labored faithfully in his truth, and to the house of David. I say shalom as well to the listeners and believers, the Akim and Akwathim who listen and believe on Yahweh Shem Yahushua. To you, I say shalom as well. So I'm going to jump right into this article and edify with some precepts, Lord willing. It's edifying for those that have ears to hear and have eyes to see through the Holy Spirit, through the Rakak Wadash. This article is from www.complex.com. And it dates back to April 22nd, 2020. And you see the title says, "What is Demon Time? Instagram's After Dark Craze Explained." So this article and the premises lesson is going to be from this article. And it's going to be, speaking primarily about demon time. This is a new phenomenon, to Jake. Jake is always coming up with another fad, another trend, etc., to appease their wicked appetite. So our people's desire for sin and lust, for wickedness, is constantly being appeased by these inventions they're coming up with. And we're going to reach that too, Lord willing, in this lesson, get into those, the spirit through the word, speaking about the inventions of Jake, the inventions of our people, going into their mind. So the minds of our people are far from the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And, this latest, phenomenon, which is known as demon time, to many people who's into this sort of thing, is full proof of that. So I'm going to be reading primarily out of the book of Hosea, and I'm going to support that with precepts, of course. But I'm going to start here in the book of Hosea with the first verse. And it says, "Hear the word," Hosea 4:1, "Hear the word of the Lord, Yahweh, ye children of Israel." So this word is for the children of Israel. "For the Lord Yahweh hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land." So the Most High has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land. That's why in Revelation, the 18th chapter, it tells you to come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins and receive not of her plagues, for her sins have reached unto heaven. So the Most High has a controversy with this land, and this land is Babylon, and it says, "Because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land." Because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land. That's the controversy that the Most High has with Babylon the Great. So all you jakes that, would be in the mindset of being akin to Babylon, being one, and continuing on with the ways, and believing in this place, and trusting in oppression, then as we continue to read, you're going to see the Most High is going to destroy you, because that means you're a part of being, not having truth and not wanting truth. And so there won't be no mercy shown to you, because if you don't have the knowledge of the Most High, thus saith the scriptures, "Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure." Isaiah 33:6. If you don't have that fear of the Lord and that knowledge and the application thereof, which is coming back to serving the Most High as an Israelite, for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who comprise the 12 tribes of Israel, who are the true chosen people of the Most High. If you don't come back to serving him, then he's going to destroy you right here with Babylon the Great. And in fact, the prophecy, tells us in Zechariah the 13th chapter that 2/3 of our people will be cut off and die. So this is applying, to the 1/3 that will listen and hear and believe, because that fear, will lead to that faith. That true fear of the Most High will lead to that faith, which is that gift from the Most High. Verse 2, Hosea 4:2, "By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood." See, so this is all the things our people do. They're the biggest liars, murderers, thugs, the biggest adulterers, and they go out and kill at will. So that's in the spirit and in the nature of Jake, which precepts with Jeremiah the 4th chapter, around the 28th verse. It says, "The sins of our people have surpassed that of the wicked." So Jake is more wicked than the children of the wicked, which are the Edomites. So that's where we are. So I'm going to read a little bit of this article and continue on in Hosea, the 4th chapter, as support of precepts. Lord willing is edifying. So it says, what is demon time? Instagram's After Dark craze explained. In every city across the country, strip clubs, lounges, bars, and concert venues are closed with no concrete reopening date in sight. But if you think deep pocket patrons have stopped doing walkthroughs, making club appearances, and showering money on dancers, you will be woefully mistaken. As the old adage goes, desperate times call for desperate measures, and celebs like YG, Kevin Durant, Meek Mill, Dame Lillard, and Jake Paul have simply traded bottle service and roped off VIP sections for a new kind of after-hour spot, Demon Time, Instagram's new network of digital strip clubs where clout will get you in the door and cash, or more specifically, Cash App, is still king. So we see clearly Demon Time is a new phenomenon. It's known as Demon Time, which is just taking the strip club and partying to digital, since they can't physically do it, showing you the scriptures are faithful and true. Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish. See, this is foolish because it tells you in Ecclesiastes 10:6, I believe it is, that folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low places. So this is nothing but folly and foolishness. Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish, the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they have not known me. And that's what makes our people foolish, because they don't know the Most High. That's why it said in Hosea, the 4th chapter, it said there's no knowledge of the Most High in the land. One of the controversies that the Most High have with the land is that there's no knowledge of him in the land. So right here, Jeremiah 4:22, for my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are sottish children, which means stupid. They have no understanding. That's what makes them stupid. They don't have no understanding of nothing that is righteous. As we continue to read, they are wise to do evil. So that they don't know anything that's good. They only know to do evil, to be wicked. That's why it said by stealing and killing and lying and committing adultery in Hosea, that speaking of our people, that's what they have knowledge to do. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. They have no knowledge of anything that's righteous. Nothing concerning anything in this Bible, anything that is spiritual, anything that will be righteous to do. They don't promote righteousness. Black culture and our people promote wickedness. They promote everything that's contrary to the truth. So that's what this Demon Time thing is. I'll read a little bit more, but this is the gist of it. This is the premise. It says, with new live users coming online every night, tens of thousands of dollars is being spent. Now we know, after 2 or 3 a.m., that whole Demon Time analogy goes into the time when, wicked satanic practices are done, etc. That ties into this because this goes on. This is called Demon Time, and that's typically known, in this world, especially in the world of witches and people that are Wicca and people that are into demon worship and all that. That goes hand in hand with what Demon Time is, showing you there's nothing but demons out here doing demonic practices on Demon Time. They go hand in hand. So this is Jake falling in line with Esau in his ways. It says, with new live users coming online every night, tens of thousands of dollars are being spent. Instagram still trying its best to shut the whole operation down, and no end to quarantine in sight. We felt that it was only right to give you a full breakdown of social media's notorious new pastime. So this is the new pastime because people can't go to basketball games, can't go on vacations, football games, can't go and do their normal entertainment, go to the clubs, and do all the things that they would normally be doing, which is just folly, which is once again set in great dignity here in Babylon. Just picture this clown on here, Salakia. It says, if you have to ask, you're already too late. But at its base level, Demon Time refers to late night Instagram live streams featuring a rotating cast of women, usually made anonymous by a ski or superhero mask, performing for hordes of thirsty viewers. Demon Time is the smiling purple devil emoji personified. It says, think table dancers at your favorite strip club, but surrounded by screaming heart emojis and Instagram audiences in the hundreds of thousands. Instead of throwing dollars at the camera, although, make no mistake, it has been done, Demon Time viewers are encouraged to tip dancers on Cash App, giving out of work strippers who, as independent contractors, have largely been left out of unemployment benefits, an opportunity to keep making money in the midst of the ongoing crisis. So this is just more wickedness Jake is coming up with. That's why Most High is gonna, have it where this internet is gonna be shut down before long. The prophets ain't gonna be on it. Nobody's gonna be on here making money doing these, this gig economy, app-based jobs, and all of this folly on here, making money off the internet, doing this nonsense, and making money off these videos and folly, speaking of celebrities, etc. on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, live, all that's about to come to an end. The Most High's about to put all this to an end, because you see all of it's just being used further and further, to just be more and more wicked. It says an opportunity to keep making money in the midst of the ongoing crisis. While dancers are on camera, their payment info is pinned to the top of the comment section, with some women taking home upward of $4,000 in a single night, all from the comfort of their own home. So that shows you what's going on. Jake is just going to another level with his wickedness. The time that it would be to get right, that grace period, Jake is using it for what? To continue to go further and further in sin. The scriptures speak about that. Let's see if I can get this in Isaiah through the Spirit. It's in Isaiah, I believe it's Isaiah 1 and 9. So Isaiah 1, it says, no. It's Isaiah 1 and 4. It says, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, which is our people. They're laden with iniquity. They're full of sin, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord Yahweh. See, everything they're doing is pushing them further from their power. The scriptures speak about them adding sin to sin. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel into anger. All this is doing is pushing the Most High to bring in more and more affliction on the people. They are going away backward. Our people are going away backward. Verse 5, here it is. Why should ye be stricken anymore? Why should the Most High continue, to levy these heavy punishments onto the people? Ye will revolt more and more. All you're going to do is get worse and worse. The whole head is sick and the whole heart is faint. So our people are completely destroyed. And it goes on to talk about how they're destroyed from the head all the way to the foot. From top to bottom. Jake is destroyed. So all this is indicative of the destruction of our people, showing you who the true Israelites are. It says, how did Demon Time start? Demon Time's success on IG Live is largely due to its promoter, Justin LeBoy. LeBoy is a former international pro basketball player turned New York nightlife professional and Instagram meme page administrator. It says, who thought up the idea the same way most quarantine social media sensations have started at home, bored and alone. But instead of leaving heart eyes on a model pic or sliding in DMs, LeBoy invited some of his 60,000 followers to join him on live streams with exotic dancers and poured a glass of red wine like that Demon Time was born. So it says, we all need to be making money right now, especially if you're what the world considers a non-essential worker and you lost your job, LeBoy tells Complex. These women shouldn't do this for free. The rest was history. The woman who went live made nothing less than $1,000 that night, with one woman leaving with $4,000. The next time I went live, the stars started to come out, and I thought to myself, oh shit, I might have something special here. So this is just going into what Demon Time is, and it goes on and on and on and on. But we're going to get back to the scriptures through the Holy Spirit. So this is what Demon Time is. And, you know, I started with this, and I'm going to also go over to this here, further showing you how Jake is destroyed. So this is more of the destruction, you know, of the 2/3, showing you the 2/3 crew is destroyed out here, man. So this is going to further go into demon time and go into what's going on. These are more demons doing the wickedness that they do with all this spare time they got during this pandemic, so-called. It says Joel Santana helps wife Kimbella promote her OnlyFans account. You got a man on here promoting his wife to whore them. Now, these women are whores already. We know that. But you got Jake pimping out their own wives. Now this is where we at. This is the point of no return. Now the Most High is gonna have to bring down heavy judgment unto all these demons out here. Jake is just a bunch of demons, man. And that's what we're dealing with. So I got this up too. I want to make sure they don't try to strike the page, because you go down, you know, basically it's just talking about, and I'll read a little bit of this, but if you go down further, this article gets into, it shows him and his old lady in the tub and etc. And, you know, I don't want this video to get flagged. So it says it's never too late to join OnlyFans. So the OnlyFans and the Demon Time movement is what Black culture is today during the pandemic. You know, during this whole, you know, COVID-19, you know, extravaganza. This is what Jake is doing. This is where his mind is at. It's never too late to join OnlyFans, even with new policies set in place due to Bella Thorne's attempt to trick the system. OnlyFans has continued to increase in popularity. What was once a hub for social media stars and sex workers to rake in dough by creating exclusive content for their fan bases has developed into an extremely lucrative stream of revenue for celebrities. And that's just a way to make money, because these celebrities can't go on tour. They can't go do in live concert and in live, shows and appearances. You know, that's how they make a lot of their money. They don't make a lot of money off their records and the music. They don't make much money off that, you know? So they make the vast majority of their money, like 75 to 80% of their revenue comes from touring and live in-person, you know, appearances. And that's all gone. Club appearances, etc. So it says it's developed into an extremely lucrative stream of revenue. So going on here, you got this nigga Tiger on here, which, you know, came out about a week or two ago. He was on there selling pictures of himself, nude pictures and stuff, showing you this is where Jake is at on OnlyFans. Plenty of women on there, you know, showing it all, you know, for their fans and charging them to see them naked live. It says develop into an extremely lucrative stream of income for celebrities. Even couples are joining together, including the likes of Safari Samuels and Erica Mena. They're supposed to be married. So there you go, showing you that Jake is pimping out his old ladies, because that money they was used to coming in on a regular basis. Now they ain't getting that money, and it's destroying them. It's killing them. They got to figure out how they're gonna pay for these big ass houses they got and all these cars and all this lucrative, lavish living. But the Most High is about to put all this to an end, and ain't gonna be no answers, because the internet ain't gonna be here, you know. And all this, you know, money and that's generated through folly and mischief, all that's about to be gone. It says Erica Mena months ago, Lil Kim teased that she may add videos with her man. It says, we're not sure if Joel Santana is going to show face on OnlyFans, but he revealed that his wife Kimbella has launched the channel. So I ain't gonna even go down once again, because I don't even want to get into the whole thing of that. But it just shows, you know, where we are, you know, and that the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, has to come back and put this place away. He has to. So, Hosea 4:1 said that there's no truth, and there's no mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land. And it says, by swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood touches blood. Verse 3. Hosea 4:3, therefore shall the land mourn. This place is about to be in great mourning. It's already starting to mourn, because it's breaking down day by day. Economically, you know, it's breaking down from its infrastructure It's breaking down, with its relations with other nations, diplomatically, internationally, morally, spiritually. It says, therefore shall the land mourn. This land is in mourning, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish. That's why the scriptures say not to be joined unto them. To flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul by coming back to the Most High. With the beasts of the field, with the fowls of the heaven, yea, the fishes of the sea, also shall be taken away, because those missiles are going to destroy everything. Habakkuk asked, Lord, were you mad with the rivers, with the trees? What did the trees do? What did the rivers do? That everything going to be on fire in this place. Babylon the Great, Hosea 4:4. Yet let no man strive nor reprove another, for thy people are as they that strive with the priests. Our people are the ones that are known to be the prophet killers. They strive against the truth. They strive against the Most High men, the men that he set up. Verse 5, therefore shall thou fall in the day, and the prophet, so all these people who are their prophets, the celebrities, the athletes, the entertainers, these are the prophets of 2/3 of our people. These are their prophets. These are the people that they listen to. So it says, therefore, in that day shall the prophet also fall with thee in the night, and I will destroy thy mother. And at night is speaking of these dark times that's coming. Evil times. Evil means bad day. The bad days is coming. The nighttime, the evil times is coming. So it says, and I will destroy thy mother. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. See, goes back to our people being destroyed. My people are foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee. So the Most High has rejected you because you don't want to listen to his prophets. You don't want to come back into the fold. So 2/3 of you are going to be destroyed because you fall in line, with that prophecy, and you fall in line with the words of the Most High, saying that this is what you would be doing. It says that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of the Most High. I will also forget thy children. So the Most High is not only going to destroy you, all these celebrities and people, common people too, that won't come back to the Most High, Yahweh Shem Rashah, he's going to destroy their kids too. It says, as they were increased, so they sinned against me. So the more our people, have gotten comfortable here in Babylon and increased, went from, being in chains to now the chains being on your mind, and now having a sense of freedom, so-called, but still being enslaved, not knowing that you enslaved. It says, as they were increased, so they sinned against me. So they've increased and continue to do what? Add sin and sin, continue to sin against the Most High. So with this liberty that the Most High has given to come back and get right, the scriptures say, use not your liberty for an occasion of the flesh. But what have our people done? They've continued to sin more and more against the Most High and become more and more perverse and wicked. So it says, as they increase, so they sinned against me. Therefore will I change their glory into shame. So all of this fun and folly and mirth is going to turn into shame, because there's not going to be no answers real soon. The light's going to go out, and Jake ain't going to be able to see no light, because the light was not given to him, to have, because he rejected it. Verse 8, they eat up the sin of my people, and they set their heart on their iniquity. And there shall be like people, like priests, and I will punish them for their ways and reward them for their doings. So the Most High is going to punish the wicked for their ways, and all those that carry on and take on the ways of this place Babylon for all of their iniquity. That's a promise from the Most High Yahweh Shem Rashah. He said, and he will punish them for their ways and reward them for their doings. The Most High said he's going to punish them from their ways and reward them for their doings. Let me get another quick precept. This is Revelation 22:11. So the Most High is going to punish them for their ways and for the fruit of their doings. Revelation 22:11, and it reads, he that is just, let him be just still. He which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. So this is the spirit. Those that are wicked, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. So unjust means to be not justified. What's going to justify you? Coming back to serving the Most High in spirit and in truth and sincerity, according to the Most High's word. Learning how to rehearse the righteous acts again. Coming back to being an Israelite, not a black person, a Hispanic, a Native American, etc. So he that is unjust, the scripture said, let him be unjust still. Let him not be justified, because he's not going to have no covering. He which is filthy, let him be filthy still. Those are the abominations of our people, and we know them, very, very clearly. Let them continue to be the abominations that they are. Don't worry about them, because that's the Most High. That's the will of the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So those that have an ear to hear and eyes to see, the Most High will bring them in the fold. It says, and he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. So those that are coming back to serving and believing, continue on that path. And he that is holy, set aside, let him be set aside still. Not be joined unto Babylon, because Babylon is going to be destroyed. Verse 12, and behold, I come quickly. Yahweh said he's coming quickly when we see these signs. So we know he's soon to come. We don't have a lot of time left here in Babylon the Great. And my reward is with me. He's going to reward those who do what? Who diligently seek him. Those that come back to serving him. His power over the nations, the kingdom of heaven, perfect bodies, righteousness, etc., immortality, to give every man according as his work shall be. So that's why he said what he said back in Hosea. He'll give every man according as his work shall be. So let's go back there again and get that precept full-fledged. It says Hosea 4:9. It says, and I will punish them for their ways and reward them for their doings. So the Most High is going to reward them for their doings. Once again, he's going to give every man according to his ways. Verse 10, Hosea 4:10. For they shall eat and shall not have enough. They shall commit whoredom and shall not increase, because they have left to take heed to the Lord. So they've left and they've decided to do whatever it is that they want to do. Showing you that our people are not aligned with the Most High. So how in the hell could they believe that he's going to be aligned with them in the time that they call on him for their trouble? So he's not. He's going to leave them out here high and dry, because they've turned their ear from the Most High. Quick precept that comes to mind is Proverbs 28:9. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be an abomination. So when our people go to start praying to the Most High when all these grand calamities, because you already see it's ramping up. The elect, the hopeful elect, can see what's going on. But most of Jake is completely asleep out here. And when these terrible calamities come that the Most High says is going to come in these last days, they're going to go trying to pray to the Most High, or who they think is the Most High. They don't even know his name, and he ain't going to hear them. It says, Hosea 4:11, whoredom and wine and new wine take away the heart. The scriptures tell us that a gift destroyeth the heart. So this whoredom, which is literal whoredom, and we saw that, we got Jake pimping out his wives, pimping their wives out, couples getting on OnlyFans, to push whoredom, and that is whoredom. It says, in wine and new wine, so these new ways of doing things, philosophies, being wicked, it says take away the heart. They push you further away from the truth. And our people are going so far for the truth, they don't want nothing to do with the truth. The truth to them is a joke. It doesn't resonate. The truth doesn't resonate with a wicked soul. The scriptures tell you that in Wisdom of Solomon, it tells you that this word can't dwell in a malicious soul. Our people are too wicked to be able to get it. So that's going further into that. So it says, let's go to verse 12. It says, my people ask counsel at their stocks, and their staff declareth unto them, for the spirit of whoredoms hath caused them to err. That's the spirit that they're in, the spirit of the world, the spirit of Babylon, the spirit of free thinking, freedom of religion, freedom, of choice, freedom of whatever you want to do as thou wilt. For the spirit of whoredoms, that's the spirit of whoredom, hath caused them to err, have caused them to do what? Go astray. And they have gone a whoring from under their power. So they've gone a whoring, meaning going for every different religion, every different way of thinking, every different, way of doing. They don't have any balance. and they don't have any structure, because the Holy Scriptures is what's supposed to give you structure only to the holy people. So if the holy people ain't following the Holy Scriptures, then they're not going to ever have structure. They're going to always constantly be going, from pillar to post, from here to there. They're never going to be satisfied. They sacrifice unto the tops of mountains and burn incense upon the hills, that's going into the other nations, under oaks and poplars and elms, because the shadow thereof is good. See, they trust in the shadow of oppression. Let me get that real quick. See, Jake trusts in the shadow of oppression. Let's get that. So this is the book of, I believe it's, let's see. Let's try. Isaiah 30, I believe it is. Let's try Isaiah. Isaiah 30. Yep. So this goes hand in hand with Isaiah 30. So let's read it one more time. It says, Hosea 4 and 12, my people ask counsel at their stocks. It says, and their staff declareth unto them, for the spirit of whoredoms have caused them to err, meaning to go astray, and they have gone a whoring from under their power. So they ask what? Not at the mouth of the Most High. So that precepts Isaiah 30 and 1. Woe to the rebellious children, which is the 2/3 of our people, saith the Lord Yahweh, that take counsel. It said they took counsel in their stocks, which are what? Which is going into all the things that they have given them comfort. Their money, their education, the ways of Babylon, the comfort of living, etc. It says they take counsel, but not of me. They don't take any counsel of the Most High. They don't listen to nothing that the Most High says. And that cover with the cover, and the covenant they cover with is a covering, but not of my spirit, not of the truth, that they may add sin to sin. That's them adding sin to sin. That walk to go down into Egypt, this is oppression, and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. So let's go back real quick. So Jake trusts in the shadow of Egypt. So let's read verse 13. They sacrifice upon the tops of the mountains. They burn incense upon the hills, under oaks and poplars and elms, because the shadow thereof is good. See, they trust in the shadow of Egypt. Let's go back. Isaiah 30 and 2. That walk that go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, which is the American government, trusted in the ways that the elites have set up, a system that they about to crash and about to make you Jakes have the option to have to take their chip. That's trusting in the shadow of Egypt. It says, they strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and trust in the shadow of Egypt. Going back to Hosea 4, it says, because the shadow thereof is good. Therefore your daughters shall commit whoredom, and your spouses shall commit adultery. And we saw that. We saw couples saying they're getting on their spouses commit adultery. Men pimping their wives out, pushing their wives, to do OnlyFans, where they on there showing their body off for money. And that shows you that this material wealth that these people, have is coming to a crashing halt, and it's about to be completely taken away. Hosea 4 and 14. It says, I will not punish your daughters when they commit whoredom, because it said back in Isaiah that why should you be stricken anymore? So the Lord said, I'm just going to let you just fall into your own wickedness. Nor your spouses when they commit adultery. So I'm going to let you just go ahead and be wicked, because I got a perfect, destruction for you at the end. For themselves are separated with whores, and they sacrifice with harlots. Therefore the people that doth not understand shall fall. So those that don't understand what's going on, they're going to get destroyed. They're going to fall, the scriptures say. Because Jake has always found a way, to come up with his own way of thinking and doing, and he got all the answers and etc. And Jake feels like he don't need the Most High, because he's crafty enough to figure it out. And I got a quick precept going into how Jake tried to be crafty, How Jake ain't nothing but a crafty devil. This is Ecclesiastes 7:29. It says, "Lo, this only have I found, that the Most High have made man upright." When you look up the upright, it goes into being righteous. Going back to the righteous people, Yahshua. Israel, Jake is a righteous people, is an upright people. It says, the Most High have made man upright. He made man righteous, but they have sought out many inventions. They went into whatever thoughts and devices and, plans and plots and schemes to figure out a way to do it to exclude the Most High, as if the Most High ain't in control of everything. Like they really got it figured out, and like they can one up the Most High. So once again, these gonna be the same people that's gonna be praying to who they think the Most High is, and he gonna close the door on them, because he just told us right back that he's not gonna punish them anymore for none of their wickedness. He gonna let them do wickedness. And why is he gonna let them do wickedness? He said because they're gonna be punished in the end. Here we go again. I'll read it again. So it says, this is Hosea 4 and 14. "I will not punish your daughters when they commit whoredom, nor your spouses when they commit adultery." And that's going on rampantly, continually, perpetually. "For themselves are separated with whores, and they sacrifice with harlots. Therefore, the people that doth not understand shall fall." So the Most High said, those that don't understand, they're going to fall. They're going to be destroyed. So he ain't going to have to punish them, because he has a perfect judgment coming for him. And here goes another precept just showing you the wickedness of Jake. And this is the book of Ecclesiastes 8. Because Jake think he's getting away right now. That's what the Most High said, no, I'm going to let him fall. Ecclesiastes 8. And I'm going to go to verse 11. And it reads, Ecclesiastes 8:11, "Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High, which fear before him. But it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before the Most High." So you go back to Ecclesiastes 8:11, "Because sentence against the evil work, because the Most High don't bring judgment right away, because he doesn't do it instantly. It says, against the evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the hearts of the Son of Man is fully set in them to do evil." So our people continually do evil because judgment isn't being brought to them right away. So the time the judgment is going to be brought up right away, they're going to be wanting to do what? Repent. And it's going to be too late, because this is the time to repent now. Going back to Hosea, verse 15. It says, "Though thou Israel play the harlot, yet let not Judah offend, and come not ye unto Gilgal, neither go ye up to Bethaven, nor swear, the Lord Yahweh liveth. For Israel slideth back as a sliding heifer. Now the Lord Yahweh will feed them as a lamb in a large place." So Israel is backsliding. We see that. Once again, it talked about how they sought out, many inventions. I got another precept going into that. Israel is backsliding. They sought out other ways. This is Psalm. See if I can get this. Psalm 106. Psalm 106. And let me go right to it. Psalm 106 and 39, and it reads, Thus were they defiled with their own works, and went a whoring with their own inventions." See, our people have been defiled with their own works, going into their own ways, going into their own, inventions, their own mindset, their own beliefs, nothing that pertains to the Most High, the truth. I read it again, Psalm 106 and 39. "Thus were they defiled with their own works, and went a whoring with their own inventions," meaning going into whatever that their mind could think of, which goes back to the Tower of Babel, where the scriptures, where the Most High said, if man think to do something, he would accomplish it. And that shows you, when you don't have the Most High, you don't have that structure, you don't have the truth, you might think to do anything. And you see, literally, that's the time that we're in. People changing their sexes. People are going and men marrying men and women marrying women, and, you know, changing their body parts and keeping, it's just nothing but wickedness. You know, we are, you know, Lot, you know, in Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what time it is. So let's get ready to close it out. It says, see what else I got here. Yeah, it says, verse 16, I'll read it again. For Israel slideth back as a backsliding heifer. Now the Most High will feed them as a lamb in a large place. Ephraim is joined to idols. Let him alone. Their drink is sour. They have committed whoredom. So that's showing you the northern tribe too. Because you got the northern tribe into Santa Maria and into Catholicism and so on and so forth. And they go hard for that as well. So the northern and the southern tribe are together, all the Israelites, completely gone away from the Most High. They ain't doing nothing to come back, to try to serve him, to try to keep none of his ways, etc. They just completely gone off a cliff. That's where we are. That's the time in which we are currently, which is the last days. It says their drink is sour. So, you know, right now they think that everything is okay because they can still, you know, go get it, go to McDonald's, you know, go to Burger King, go to you know, Walmart and Target and to, you know, different places. But it says their drink is sour. They have committed whoredom continually, meaning this has been nonstop. And that's what the tribes have been doing continually, you know, throughout this captivity and in this grace period, continually doing nothing but committing whoredom, sin, you know, wickedness, you know, at you know, levels that you can't even imagine. Her rulers with shame do love, give ye. The wind hath bound her up in her wings, and they shall be ashamed because of their sacrifices. So, you know, ultimately, these people are going to be ashamed because of all the wickedness they've done. The scriptures speak about how you can't drink, you know, you can't eat at the table of the Most High. You can't drink of the cup of devils and the cup of the Most High. You know, roughly paraphrasing. So there has to be a choice that has to be made, you know, for service of the Most High or destruction here in Babylon. You know, the line is being drawn in the sand is pretty clear. And you see, let the wicked be wicked still, let the righteous be righteous still. So those who don't want to come, you know, into this ark of protection, this spiritual ark that's being, you know, is being constructed daily as the elect members day by day, you know, get on board, then let them go. You know, let the blind lead the blind, and they both fall into a ditch. But for those who have eyes to see and ears to hear, continue to come into the fold, continue to believe. You know, the fear of the Lord is his treasure. Keep that fear, that healthy fear, and continue to do the work and continue to grow in the faith. So, Lord willing, that was edifying to the hopeful elect. Call Allah Yamla, Allah Yanawa Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Hakwadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles who labor faithfully in this truth and all the true teachers of Israel today. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Habayath Madawadah, the house of David. The brothers is laboring on the four corners of the earth and make their calling of election sure. To you I say shalom, and to the listeners, the brothers and sisters that listen and believe on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. To you I say shalom as well.